supposed to be fun, not insane.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm rolling a d4 because Jason wasn't here last week. So, 4. Quinn, why don't you have Austin, why don't you have Quinn tell us what happened last week?
God. So, last week we left off as we were traveling back to the caravan. We had just gone a bit deeper into the mysterious stone structure in the cave that we had found. We found what appears to be a bag of holding, but we also found an imp and a spirit that really wanted to eat Callista. She did not have a good day, let me tell you. After we found the bag and the imp and discovered that it was an imp and we weren't actually going crazy, that was not fun. We tried to make a deal with it to move forward, but it ended up getting upset with us, going away, and after hearing the dangers that it told us of further into wherever we were, we decided to head back to the caravan and move on, come back when we were stronger.
Alright. So, you guys have just left the stench of the dungeon. It is still lingering on you. You are on your way back. When Daymor and Krig tell you that they have to use the restroom and they will catch back up to you.
I tell Daymor, make sure he wipes.
Don't worry, I will. Alright. So they head off because I don't like playing NPC characters. So, moving on. You guys are walking back to the to where the campsite is. You're finding your way back pretty easily. Go ahead and roll me a perception, Callista. And Jason, go ahead and roll me a perception as well.
Okay. It's not bad.
Alright, Callista, you find you a few flowers, and as you're finding a few flowers, you see the old cleric walking back up, the tiefling cleric. He seems to have dropped the kid off and was heading back to meet up with you guys. So go ahead and RP this out.
Hey, Azarious, glad to have found you. Did you drop Danny off all right?
Hey, yes. I was able to get him back to camp safely. The caravan was sort of naturally inquisitive about where we had been and how long we were gone. I was a little economical with the truth and omitted the dungeon part of where we found the kid. So in case we
I
wanted to
reckon that
come
was
back.
a wise decision.
Indeed.
Yeah, all we really found in there was, some old barrels, rotten food, that sort of thing.
Right. So we were in a cave, which was true, but I left out the stuff about the infernal puzzle door. And did you breach the rest of the structure? What did you find?
Well, as you know, we figured out the trap going on in, and we went in a short ways. I don't know, something fell on me and like sucked me dry or something. Anyway, I think it killed me because I don't remember much after that. And
Oh my.
but
Are you all right? Do you need to?
well, yeah. Thanks to Dollee, I'm standing here.
Mhm.
And most of the stuff there was a bag, and we found an imp who told us there were big traps on the way in there that would age everyone a lot, and more critters inside. We found more doors, and we thought discretion's the better part of valor. We'd already been hurt quite a lot, and we thought maybe we should put off checking this out for a spell.
It seems pretty wise. I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't put a lot of faith in what an imp would tell you, but there is probably undoubtedly additional traps and challenges in there that maybe when we're not on somebody else's timetable for our wages, we can come back and investigate.
Well, that's what I figured too. I mean, we may or may not have had time. There were undoubtedly more critters in there, as well as traps. And if he was telling the truth about aging, I mean, we had Daymor. I mean, it wouldn't bother me none. I'm a half elf, but it could hurt some of us, and then time would be of the essence. But we have some clues, hopefully truthful clues on how to solve that trap should it actually exist.
Yeah, once we finish this caravan job, if people want to come back at a later date, I am more than happy to do that. If people would rather, we could certainly get to town and then sell the location of this untapped dungeon to somebody else for cash a little quicker if we were in a bind.
That might not the best idea. As much as I would love to get some quick money out of this, from what we were told, there's a very powerful artifact that unscrupulous person were to get a hold of it, cause some problems.
Sure. So
Well, like
in that
every
case, we go
bite.
to the church. We could go to a temple of good repute that would be interested in recovering and destroying such a thing.
Hey, have you ever heard of someone called Abba Aha?
I don't know. Have I? L?
Give me a history roll. Or a religion roll. Whichever's good for you.
Supposedly he was the person who put the structure inside the cave and set this dingleberry to guard it.
It's about the same either way, so I'm gonna go with religion.
Bam!
That ain't bad. I'll take that.
He is definitely mentioned in several texts leading to the downfall of many nobles who have lost their virtues at some of his parties.
Oh my.
Lost their virtue.
That's because of the booze he serves.
Evidently, he crafts it himself. He's also known as a alchemist.
Is this somebody that is still living, or is this sometime in the past?
You believe it is somebody who's still living. There's still rumors about him every so often, but he's got to be an elf or something else that lives a while.
Oh, okay.
But-
We reckon he may have infernal ties, considering the imp and the writing on the doors.
It could be lineage more than anything. It's hard to say
No, that's possible too.
without more info.
All right. With
Well, that adds a little bit to our knowledge. I mean, he is definitely known for his parties, according to Dollee and a few others.
Oh yeah, he is a potty animal.
all right, you get a dandelion, some blue wildflowers, and some purple wildflowers.
Great. She's going to tie them with a little ribbon she pulls out of her jacket, and she's going to hand them to Harold because he seems to have a very sensitive nose, and she thinks that it just might help him some.
Oh yes, you notice that these your companions that actually went into the dungeon smell of rot and decay.
Oh, great.
They have an odor about them.
Were there undead down there?
Well, there
No.
was this big dark thing that fell on me.
It was mostly just a lot of rotten food.
Mm. Did you find any treasure while you were down there?
Nothing too big.
You did mention the bag of holding.
Right, yeah, that we gave to Daymor.
We found some silver.
Oh, nice.
All right, yeah, there was a mess of silver heaped up on the floor.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we can settle up whenever we get back to town.
All right. With him there, you guys do find your way back, and it only takes you about 45 minutes. Somebody, not pointing names, they didn't track too well on the way to the cave. When you guys get there, Daymor and Craig, they follow, but they're more occupied with something else, so they're doing their own thing. What would you guys each like to do when you get back to camp? All right, nobody spoke up. So you...
Police
In the caravan.
check in with the boss and, say, well, there were a few critters in the cave that hopefully won't be bothering the caravan since we took care of them. And as he saw already, we found the boy who'd been spirited away. And check in on, I do not remember the little girl's name.
All right, well, as you go up to Jack is there with an older man.
Somebody that's been with the caravan, or is this somebody new?
This is somebody new that none of you guys know and wasn't with the caravan at the beginning. Seems to be an old dwarf. And he's rubbing this cream on the female statue, the children's mother.
Oiling up her stony weenus.
Is there some religious significance to that, or
You can roll me a religion.
Maybe he's I don't know what you call them in these parts, a stone worker.
I was probably asleep during that time.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any religion significance to whatever he's doing.
Okay.
So, let's go up and ask Jack. So, who's your friend over there?
Oh, this fella, he came along, says he's a powerful wizard and he can change her back. So he took a donation and they riled up probably, I don't know, maybe about 200 gold. And he said he can rub the cream on the young lady there and she'll be back as good as new tomorrow morning.
I see.
Long
And
enough
he's-
for them to leave.
Well, I reckon he's going to take part of the hospitality tonight and supper with us.
Oh, I have no idea. He seems a bit funny, but he made the others believe him, so they went ahead and paid the man for his services.
I'm gonna make an insight check to see if he believes that that's true.
All right. He does not believe it's true.
I mean, you don't put any stock in this snake oil salesman, do you?
I do not, but I'm not the one in charge of this young lady. We found her this way and her kids were throwing a fit, so he worked his magic to make these people feel sorry, and I'm not one to tell people what they can do and what they cannot do with their money. Some people have to learn the lesson the hard way.
You'd think they'd make sure he at least stayed the night. So how are Amanda and Danny?
Oh, they're very excited now. They believe they're getting their mama back.
I do hope this man is not misleading them. That will be a heartbreak. It will be hard for them to get over.
Well, our local wizard said he didn't know how to turn them back, so perhaps this man knows something we don't. And then again, perhaps this is going to be a lesson for all of us.
We can only hope.
Yep.
Well, I
Quinn.
Go-
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Harold.
asked that man a few questions, and I'll just walk over to the dwarf.
As you walk over, he's rubbing this thick cream over her. And then he like stops for a moment and then turns and looks at you and goes, "Good Lord, you smell something awful, son."
Oh, I was gonna say it, but as soon as I get to the thing, I was going to, like, immediately wash as thoroughly as possible.
But you haven't washed yet.
Okay,
You just got back.
don't remind. It's been a rough day. Anyways, I was wondering, that cream you're using, what would it happen to be made out of?
Now, son, you don't expect me to start telling you my secrets now, do you?
Well, I don't know exactly how to cure this ailment, but I am fairly certain it's published somewhere.
Of course, and us smarter, learned men, we know our thing about that.
Well, I am also I also study herbal remedies, so if you don't mind, I would like to just get an idea as to what exactly you're trying to do here.
Well, son, now, I'm not your teacher. You're not my apprentice, so why would I tell you my secrets? If you wish to learn something, you must pay for it. Let's say 200 gold, and I'll give you the remedy myself.
200 gold, so you can tell me what the ingredients are.
Sure thing. And then you can make it yourself for the next incident.
How do we know that it works?
Well, come morning, you'll find out that it sure does work.
Yeah, I'm
So-
gonna insight that.
Can I assist him on that? Because I am
I was
also.
just going to suggest that too. I mean, Callista is a charlatan, and that is a
Oh,
standard.
boom.
All right. Go ahead and roll again because they assisted you, so you get advantage on it. Just in case you roll a nat 20.
Let's see what happens. I'll take a 23.
All right. You just met the man. It's hard to tell. It's hard to get a read, but perhaps he's very hard to read. Maybe he's a very good charlatan. Or perhaps he knows what he's talking about. Perhaps if you spent more time with him and studied his language and his mannerisms, it might give you a better insight on him. But as of right now, just meeting him and having a few words, it's a little hard to pick things up. But he's not giving away any of the normal signs of deception.
Well,
Can,
thank you.
can we tell by his name, like what area of the land he might be from?
Nobody has given you a name yet.
Oh, that's right.
Nobody
we just saw a
asked.
sheet. Well, good sir, you are mighty nice to be helping these poor younglings what's lost their mother. My name's Callista Ravenswing. I am right pleased to meet you, and you would be.
And I would be the wizard that is saving y'all's friend here. It is nice
I
to meet
sure-
you, Callista.
It is a pleasure to meet you, sir. I would surely like to know your name so that I can tell my friends about this most puissant wizard I met along the road.
Yes,
It
and
is a
I'm certain,
True honor.
All right.
and I'm certain that one as knowledgeable as you must have written books. I'd like to see if I can find some of those somewhere.
Oh, of course I've written many books. And he'll give you his name. I just can't find... I got so many NPCs, I can't find him again.
Baxter?
Baxter Troydon.
Yeah, okay, he was at the top of my list. Sorry, guys. I showed him once and then I closed it out. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me show him again. Yep, Baxter. He'll give you his name. He'll go to shake your hand. Do you shake it?
I
Of
surely
course.
do.
All right. It's the clean hand. And very nice to meet you. You guys seem like a very nice bunch. Little curious, but a nice bunch
And
nonetheless.
most importantly, we have to know your name so that we can toast you whenever you join us for the feast this evening.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just had a stopover right here. I hear there's trouble up the road. I'm gonna have to go up there and see what's going on. Perhaps,
Where are you
perhaps when
Trouble up the road, you say?
Oh yes, big trouble.
heading? Our job with the caravan is almost over. Maybe you could travel with us and we help you once our contract is up.
Oh yes, perhaps. Is there a certain company that you are with?
I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody else here, but I'm presently unaffiliated.
Ooh. Well then, perhaps your services will be required some other time.
So
Yeah, when you
where were
say-
you going again? We'll meet up with you.
I am making my way to Iman, and then I will probably head on down to oh my god, south.
There's a whole lot of south.
There is a whole lot of south. But you guys are interrogating this man, and I need...
What? I'm having a polite conversation.
Alright,
You strike me as the kind of fellow that would enjoy a nice cold glass of sweet tea around the campfire this evening.
You know what? You are very inviting. I think I will. I'll join you for dinner, but then I must be on my way.
Oh, we don't want to keep you, especially since we know that there's trouble elsewhere, and there's a great deal of trouble in this world, ain't there?
Oh, there's plenty of trouble that needs my mighty touch.
So,
Well, is this trouble you mentioned up the road a piece? Is that anything our caravan should be worried about?
Well, not if I can take care of it before I get up there.
Well, it might be nice to know, and that's one of our job is to help keep these fine folks safe.
Well, I hear there's some trouble with a sorcerer that seems to be teleporting some bad things into town.
Well, that is bad news indeed.
Of course, that's why they called me.
While this is going on, can I examine the statue of the woman and try to get, try to see if anything's happening with the whatever he's rubbing on her?
Alright, as he's talking to them, he's been rubbing this thick paste all over her. I mean, there's not a... He's covering every inch of this woman with this thick paste. What are you doing to try to figure out what the paste is or anything?
I mean, if I can, oh god, taste it a little bit.
You're gonna taste it?
Yep, sniff it and taste it.
Alright, roll
You know what
me an investigation.
Oh shit.
Very low
You should see the
DC on
expression
this.
on my face right now.
I'm shocked.
19. It smells and tastes like blueberry oatmeal.
Does it look like blueberry oatmeal?
It kind of looks like blueberry oatmeal.
Oh Oh
gone?
my.
We should check in with the kids.
Quinn, why are you licking that?
I wanted to find out if I knew anything about the paste. I was a something of a medic back in my hometown. This is
It tastes quite good, doesn't it?
yes. It's I'm surprised you must be very powerful to get your hands on it.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's very rare salve. So I'm assuming you got the ingredients from Singorn.
Singorn. I don't think I've ever traveled that far south before.
Callista's gonna become interested in probably sniffing her person and thinking she needs a bath right now.
Yeah, you guys stink. Well, there we go. It seems like we are all finished rubbing this nice cream on. He flicks it on the ground and wipes his hand off. So, somebody said something about tea?
Of course. Let me show you. I'm just gonna lead him around the back of the caravan.
Alright.
Dolly's going to take a moment and refresh. And then she wants to check in with the kids.
What do you mean by refresh?
Like, wash and change.
Yeah, so we don't stink none.
The problem is there's really no water around. So there's no way to wash unless you have prestidigitation.
I use my remaining. I use the water flask that I have for washing, and wash myself.
Alright, so one of you can get clean.
Well, is our water refreshed by the caravan? I mean, our drinking water?
Yeah, they've got like a barrel of water, but it's usually used for the horses to drink out of in case of emergencies.
Well, I reckon I can dampen a cloth and at least get a bit of a spit shine on.
Sure.
Change.
So Dollee and Callista and Harold are bathing, are semi-bathing. Quinn is escorting the wizard to, I guess, the back of the wagons.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's the cleric up to?
I'm gonna keep an eye out. Since things are kind of casual at the moment, just to get the lay of the land and make sure that there aren't folks coming up on the wagons and there aren't people, sneaking around and up to no good.
All right. And the wizard and the Goliath, they went off hunting. That's where they've been this whole time, as they said they were going to go capture some food for a big meal tonight.
Callista will turn to Dollee and say, I wanted to thank you again for taking care of me back there. I don't have much, but you have my thanks, and I will certainly spread word of your skills when we get to Emon, because from what I understand, you plan on doing some entertaining when we get there.
Oh yeah, I am such a big so yeah, you're fine. I helped you, friends, right?
Oh right, and if you don't mind, I would really like to look in on little Amanda and Danny too. I'm kind of worried about them, and between you and me, I'm not too certain about this here wizard or sorcerer helping their mama. I sure hope he is not pulling their leg.
Well, I would hope people were nice enough to not lie to children.
One would hope.
Sorry, that went a
Some-
little country.
Sometimes you do what you need to do to get by in the world, but there are limits.
That is so true.
So how did you meet Krig? You and he seem to be on real good terms. And,
Oh, I ran into him when the caravan was like on its way out of Western. He was like all the way in the back, and he was shy. And I told him that he just needed to like be nice to people, and everybody would be fine. It doesn't matter what you look like. I mean, I told him I have my two best friends, they're gnolls, and they're disgusting looking if you don't know them very well. And it's just you gotta be nice to people. That's all.
yeah, well, it doesn't hurt none to be nice to people. I find it works a lot better than coming off all mean and cantankerous like when you first meet them. Just a smile will handle a lot.
That's true. Now, Craig's he's got a long way to go, but I have a good feeling about him.
Well, we're all a work in progress, aren't we?
Well, that is for sure.
All right, Quinn, what do you get to the back of the wagons? What are you doing?
Are we alone?
I mean, there's other people walking around and stuff. You're not technically alone. You're on the side of the road. But you're as alone as you could get, I guess.
Okay. Quinn would like to lift the little shit up by his collar and bring him up to his helmet.
All right, I would say that's easy enough to do. Whoa. So, what do you think y'all doing?
I would like to know why you charged children 200 gold to smear oatmeal on their stoned mother.
Oh, you see, that's what a simpleton would think. I used prestidigitation to change the texture and the flavor of it. That way, birds and whatnot will eat it away. Perhaps if
So
you
you-
were more smarter in the arcane arts, you'd know what I was doing.
You mean to tell me you smeared a paste on their stoned mother and you want her to wake up with birds and whatnot pecking at her?
Oh, no. That's just any leftover. She'll absorb it throughout the night and come out just fine. You are an untrusting sir.
I think I have reason to be.
I don't
No.
understand what happened in your life, but I don't believe you
care what
do.
you're going to say. Listen, you're either going to stay the night and make sure your little salve works, or you're going to give the money back to the children and leave.
Oh, you want me to stay throughout the night? Sure, I can do that. But what may I have in return for you doubting my power? What will you do to make this up to me? Because you seem to doubt my strength and my power. So when morning comes around and she's back to her flesh self, what are you going to do to make this up to me?
I think keeping your legs is well enough.
Threats.
Threats indeed.
Very well. If this is the way you would like to play this game, we shall play this game.
And I'm gonna put him back down. I'm just gonna stare at him.
He gives you a smile and turns around and walks away.
Like, away.
Back towards the front of the caravan.
Okay. I'll follow him then.
Alright.
I'm gonna be sticking to him like blueberry oatmeal.
Like blueberry oatmeal? Okay. Is anything else going to happen tonight?
I was going to talk with Quinn a bit.
Alright,
Um,
go ahead.
So, what exactly did you actually learn about that dream?
I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain it's blueberry oatmeal. He tried to tell me that he prestidigitated the taste of it, but I have no reason to believe a strange dwarf.
I see. And yeah, that was odd. So is he going to be staying here, or what is he doing?
Well, I don't think my threatening worked that well. But as far as I know, he'll be staying the night. And I will be watching him for any funny business as much as I can.
I mean, if he used blueberry oatmeal, you would have to... I'm wondering why he would choose to stay here over the night. Unless he's sure that she's going to be reawoken from the stone.
I'm hoping it's because I didn't ask nicely, but we'll see.
Well, I think I'll try and do my own investigation on this. And I would at some point like to try and get like a little sample of that cream from the statue and try and use my herbalism kit to figure out exactly what it is.
Let me know if you need any help. I'm not very good with herbs, but
It's easy enough to go to the woman and scrape some off of her.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll just try and take out my herbalism kit and just confirm the suspicion.
All right, it'd take you a few hours to boil everything down. Tasting it and stuff like that tastes like blueberry oatmeal. It has the same texture. But I mean, if you're gonna break it down chemically, then yeah, it'll take you a little while. You still want to do it?
I will take the time to do that.
All right. Who is taking first watch, second watch, third watch?
I'll take second watch.
Callista will take first watch.
All right. So first watch. Go ahead and give me a perception roll. You spot nothing of the ordinary. Who's taking second watch?
Quinn.
All right, Quinn. Go ahead and roll me a perception. 17. Nothing happens other than the dwarf comes up to you. Oh, and Harold, during first watch, your potion comes back and it's blueberry oatmeal.
Okay.
During changing of the guard.
What would you like to do about that?
You know what? I think I'm gonna go up to the dwarf.
Okay.
I believe you owe these people a bit of a refund.
And why do you say this?
I believe the common price for even a high quality bowl of blueberry oatmeal is 1 silver. So you owe them 199 gold pieces and 9 silvers.
Well, it is not morning yet. Now is it?
I've already tested it. I know what it is.
Well, then it will not hurt to wait till morning, now will it?
It could hurt you a lot.
You guys are a violent bunch when all you have to do is wait a few more hours for sunrise.
I want to do an insight check just to see how confident he is of that.
Roll insight.
I'm proud of you, Harold.
He seems to be confident.
So, you're absolutely sure she will wake up, even though you've really done nothing.
What do you mean? I made the chemical, the ointment, and I smeared it all over it. I believe I've done all the work. And come morning, my work will become known to all.
Any idiot can make blueberry oatmeal.
But then again, that is your word against mine. And come morning, we'll see whose word is the truth, now won't we?
We will indeed.
We will indeed.
Alright, I'm going to stealthily at some point I'm going to try and stealthily in the middle of the night wipe off the ointment.
Stealthily in the middle.
Yep.
Alright, so we'll put that around third watch. How about that?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
so...
Okay, so long as he's not on watch.
Alright, so Quinn, second watch. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, I'm good at those. No, I'm not.
Alright.
I'm not good at those.
During your watch, the dwarf walks up to you, looks you over. What do you have on you?
Oh, God.
Oh God,
I have all of the party's gold.
Yes!
So,
Yes! Yes!
hopefully I don't have the platinum.
You have the bag of holding.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Daymor has the bag.
Daymor has
Daymor has
Yeah,
that. Okay.
Which has
Yeah.
everything we got inside the complex is inside the bag.
Except the
Oh.
175 silver, which I have. We really don't have a
Yeah.
whole lot. Like, it's 14 gold and 175 silver and a copper.
All right, so let's have a look at your inventory here. You don't have anything else?
No,
have-
we put it all in the bag that Daymor has.
All right.
I personally have just, like, starter gear.
All right, so this dwarf will take your gold and silver. You can remove that from your sheet. We'll take your flail, your explorer's pack,
Bitch.
and your javelins. And he then vanishes in front of you. The hold person will last for about a minute before you're allowed to move again.
Was my explorer's pack, my javelin, my flail, and all of my money.
Yep.
I'm upset. So, when hold person ends, Quinn is gonna scream. Like, whoa!
All right.
Oh my god, what was that?
What in blazes was that? Are we under attack?
That damn dwarf!
What happened?
He stole all our money, my weapons, and most of my belongings.
Okay. I think I've had enough of. I think we've had
And
enough of this
100
person.
gold from this caravan folk.
I think now may be the time for some highway justice.
Harold, I
Highway
am right
shut-
behind you. Sorry.
So what are you guys
What did
doing?
you have in mind?
Unfortunately, he vanished. I don't know enough about magic to know if it was just invisibility or if he teleported somewhere.
Can I make a perception roll to see if, notice anything out of place or anyone lurking around?
You sure can.
Anyone want to help?
I will
Sure.
help you.
You have to be proficient in perception to help.
I am proficient, so
Alright.
I will help you.
Okay, let's
Roll with
better.
advantage.
Here we go.
You look around. It's dead of night. Your human eyes can't penetrate the darkness that
Half-elf
much.
Also,
Half elf. Okay, so you do penetrate the darkness pretty well, and you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Anything that wasn't there before?
Nope.
An extra bush, tree,
Nope.
little dwarf-shaped rock?
Nope. Everything looks the same.
Well, can I try and look for tracks?
Sure.
Survival?
Yep.
Alright.
Man, this road is well traveled. It's the main road. There is no sign or trace of him.
Quinn is so upset right now.
I did not think that was going to go as well as I did. Thanks for rolling a 6.
You're welcome. I rolled a 2 actually because I have a +4.
Well, you did
Just
stumble,
remember
you
what
say.
goes around comes around, man.
All right,
Dice
so
gods give it, and the dice gods take it away.
they do. All
I'm
right,
just glad it's someone else tonight.
all right.
just
So
don't let it catch, okay? So this dwarf, he stole all your stuff and he disappeared. Do you really? So I'm assuming he's not like a real wizard? Well, I guess he's some sort of magic if he can disappear. I'm just worried about the kids. I mean, yeah, your stuff is gone, but
they're
Those poor
going to be
kids.
so heart sore when their mama doesn't come back.
I have a feeling that she'll come back ways. He didn't seem like... It seemed like he was sure he would get away with this even if he did stay the night. So,
Well, I surely hope you are right, Harold. Is that Harold or Azarious? Sorry.
that's Harold.
Oh, yay, learning voices.
all right.
If I ever see that guy again, I am going to keep punching him. And I don't know when I would stop doing that.
Okay. So are you guys going to try to get some more sleep and somebody else taking a next watch, or what's going on?
I think at this point Quinn just like to rage sleep.
Well, I mean, maybe when there's more light, we'll be able to find tracks. And at least that way we'll know about poor little Amanda and Danny's mama, see if she's all right. That might mitigate a bit of the anger.
She better be.
She had better be.
All right, so who's taking third watch? Somebody's got to take third watch.
I guess I can?
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right. You are on your third watch, and this is about the time that you wanted to do your thing. So I'm going to need investigation roll from you.
Okay.
And then I was doing stealth, I guess.
Yeah, you were doing stealth and wiping it off of her.
Okay.
It
I'm
doesn't
pretty
really
sure he
matter, the
sees
guy-
that then.
So what do I see exactly?
You see Harold going over to the statue and starting to wipe off the cream that was placed there by that charlatan.
Okay. I do not let you know that I know.
All right, that would be a stealth and a perception, if you guys want to challenge that or anything. Or just say that that's how it played out. Totally up to you. All right, I guess it's sticking. All right, nothing
We'll
else.
stick with that.
Nothing else will occur during this shift. I will type up what you find out and everything, and let you know.
Okay. Thank you.
Morning will come around, and it's about this time that Daymor and Krig come back from their hunt. They got some nice. We'll say they got some wild pig. It was a pretty successful hunt, and they'll get their sleep while you guys are cooking it up and eating breakfast and stuff. The statue was wiped clean in the middle of the night, and the children in them are over there, and some of the other travelers are over there. Oh my God, it absorbed it all. She's really going to come back. It was
Callista will
really thick.
mosey on over and stand near the children.
They
This
look
is
really
very
excited.
sensitive magic.
But everybody chipped in, and that man was very nice. He's gonna help us. He's gonna cure Mama. Look, that thick paste, it's all gone now. It's already absorbed in, and it's gonna work. The little girl's up there brushing away bugs that were up there, like trying to eat the paste that was on it. Even though that you guys did wash, you still got a stank to you. It's just not as potent.
Well,
Quinn is to just stand in the front of the cart and wait to start.
Anything else gonna happen? Go ahead, Dollee.
Danny and Amanda, why don't you come over here, have some breakfast? It may take a long while before it actually kicks in. He didn't really specify what time. And then she kind of glances over her shoulder up at Callista and kind of gives her a worried look.
Yeah, Callista's eyes will widen just a little bit and nod back. Well, I can smell that bacon from here. You must be mighty hungry.
But the little girl picks up Amanda. I just want Mama to see me when she wakes up. I don't want her to be scared.
Why don't you run along and get a bite to eat, and I'll stay here with her to make sure that she's okay.
She'll, and you know, honey, she will want you to eat. If your mama's anything like mine, she never wanted you to skip your breakfast.
Roll me persuasion with advantage.
Okay. Hey, let me see here.
Okay.
Nice.
You'll let her know that we're okay, right?
Well, honey, you know it, and this is not a big caravan. We will hear. Folk will start talking and shouting and call you on over. You won't miss it. Hey, she's gonna crouch down by the two kids and says, I don't suppose that Azarious or Krig or Daymor or any of them told you, we found owlbears? Well, Danny probably told you. You remember them owlbears, don't you?
I didn't see any owlbears.
Oh, well, there was a great big stoned one, too. But I got some feathers, and I made y'all each a necklace. I thought you might want it.
Well, thank you.
Well, I just the kind of thing, and I thought these feathers are real purty, and they reminded me of you. And owlbears are tough and strong and brave, and that definitely reminded me of both of you. So I think you should have these.
Thank you very much. They give you a hug.
Well, she'll hug them back, and she's feeling a right deep anger at this dwarf right now.
All right. They'll go have their lunch. Is that all you're going to do this morning?
Well, can we? Anyone who's good at tracks, Callista will ask if they might see any tracks. Maybe we can cast a little bit further away from the caravan. If he just went, maybe we can find out where this dwarf went.
If anybody would like to roll, it'd be survival.
I have no skill in survival whatsoever. So I was hoping one of the others might have something. Or at least maybe we can help each other.
I don't have proficiency.
Oh, yeah, neither do I. I guess we can't help.
I don't think any of us have proficiency in survival.
Okay, well, what the hey? Well, did you say we have a cleric? You probably have the highest wisdom, so you probably, okay, I'm sorry, I'm metagaming.
You are. You have to go talk to him to see if you can get him to help look for tracks.
Hey, Azarious? I thought maybe in the light of day we might find a trace where this dwarf went. You seem to know your way around a bit better than I do. I was wondering if you might help me look. See if we can't find any sort of trail. If nothing else, maybe we can get the money back for these good folk and our stuff too.
Is he here? Jason?
Mm-hmm.
And she's talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was your question?
Azarious, I was wondering, you seem to know your way around better than I do, and I thought maybe in the light of day, maybe we can pick up a trace of this here dwarf and maybe figure out where he went, and if nothing else, get these folks 200 gold back, and I'm sure Quinn wouldn't mind getting his equipment, and he did take all our gold. I thought maybe we could have a look-see and you could help. Basically, she'll follow you around it while you look.
Well, tracking isn't strictly my strong suit, but I can find a rabbit in the woods when I have to, so we'll see what we can find.
Well, that's more than me. I'm city born and bred.
Yeah. Well, let's give it a look-see anyway. So I'll go over to where the incident occurred.
All right.
Let's see what we can spot.
You find nothing. Wow, this worked really good for me, guys.
Well,
I thought for sure
He
this
must
is.
have teleported or something, because I can see his boot prints here, and they don't go anywhere.
yeah, he may have. I mean, he may have had some magic or some items on him, or I just pray that he told some truth about this woman, but I ain't never heard of anything like that. But I don't listen to stories that often.
I don't think so
Well,
either.
at least we tried. These children are gonna be heart sore.
What do we do with the statue? I mean, we could, conceivably, if a person had the coin, there are, I assume, magics that can reverse this. If it can be done, it could be undone.
Well, that's I was going to suggest maybe Jack will give us use of the wagon. I mean, their wagon was still usable, wasn't it? And
Yeah, they
we
just
could load
did.
her.
They didn't have any animals though to pull it. That was the problem.
I
Yeah,
thought they had a horse tied up.
Oh, they did have a horse tied up. It wasn't attached to the wagon though.
I'm sure when whoever brought it all back brought them all. But maybe, you know, in Iman, they'll be able to find something. Maybe one of the temples can help them. But yeah, I mean that's all I can think of is, you know, bring her on along with us.
Yeah. Well, there are. Speaking from experience, there are worse things than being raised by the church. So even if there's no charity that can restore their mother, then maybe we can find them someone to take them in.
Yeah, you know, we should maybe on the way we can find out if they have family. I mean, what were they going to do? Well, they weren't part of us though. They could have just been traveling somewhere. But for now, let's let them keep their hope while they have it.
Yeah. We gotta. I think we almost have to take the statue with us, because if there's any hope that she could be restored, if something were to happen, a tree were to fall on it or something. I mean, I don't know. You know, arcane magic isn't something that I'm all that familiar with. But I would think that if the statue were broken, it would make restoring her that much more difficult.
Yeah, if it didn't kill her outright. And between you and me, this is a common stop for caravans, and I would not put it past people to, well, for certain gentlemen to use her like a tree, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I would not want that.
Yeah, or graffiti or any other.
No,
things.
yeah, I mean, and at least the Mand and Danny can keep hope if we bring her on with us.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see if we can do that.
Speaking of all this church talk, I think Quinn is going to fruitlessly attempt to pray to the Changebringer. Because ironically enough, not a very religious paladin.
Alright.
So he's gonna walk over to the statue, make sure, kind of look around, make sure there's nobody, like, watching that's from the party, although Azarious is probably pretty close because he said he'd stay with the statue while the children went to eat. But, and then just grasp his symbol of the Changebringer and just give it the old college try.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know where to look for that.
No, Changebringer.
Everyone look away.
You let off a mighty prayer and nothing seems to happen.
But we're all very moved by your sermon.
Was it an out loud prayer or a silent prayer?
No. I mean, it might have got, like, a little under his breath, but, like, no. He's
Alright.
not used to that being a helpful prayer being encouraged.
Alright. Anything else you guys want to do?
This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. And this little piggy's all gone.
Alright. Quinn, you can hear her playing, Dollee playing off in the distance with the kids. And as you turn to walk away, you hear a breath. As you turn around, the mother is back to normal. Her eyes are trying to focus. Her breathing is a little shallow. What do you do?
Immediately go over and see if she's still injured, if she needs any kind of help, or if she appears wounded still.
She is wounded on her back with those 3 claw marks.
Quinn is going to use 3 points of lay on hands to try and help her and just. Oh my
Do
god,
so.
are you all right?
My children.
They're fine. They're eating right now.
Thank the heavens. Who are you?
My name is Quinn. I'm with the caravan you're currently with. We're traveling to Amman. We found you and your children by the roadside.
Yes. It came out of nowhere. Charged my little girl. I was able to protect her, though. But it seemed to have cost me some time. Good thing that it only lasts for 24 hours, huh?
Yes. That is good indeed.
And I'm smart enough to know the difference. May I see my kids now?
Of course. Shit. Oh, fuck! Of course. Let me show you to them.
Alright, she comes over. The kids scream and run to her. Give their mother a hug. She kisses them on top of the head and everything.
Quinn's just gonna, like, lift the necklace up and just be like, is that how prayer works?
You get no reply.
Well, it is a change bringer, and a change came about.
Ugh!
I would
Ugh!
take that as a sign.
Oh, God. Don't, oh. Scared me.
She'll thank you all and let you know that she doesn't really have anything to pay you guys with, but her gratitude will have to suffice.
Heck yeah, she doesn't have anything to pay us with. Went on to that dumbass dwarf.
She'll feel bad when she finds out the dwarf conned people, and she'll explain to you that the type of thing that attacked them is a common foe that usually attacks children, pets, and stuff around some of the local farms, and its claws can be deadly and stuff, but sometimes it can turn you to stone, and it only lasts for about 24 hours, and you'll turn back. But she's sorry that they lost their money and everything like that. But she was very honest and very thankful. But she's headed the opposite way you guys are.
Well, tell her what we encountered on the road from Westrun. Travelers, the way that they do.
Yeah.
At least they got their mama back.
Yeah, she's very grateful. The kids are very grateful. You guys are heroes in their eyes. Especially Danny's. She's seen that flail come down and rip the chicken's head off, so he was very happy about that. So you guys will travel for about 2 days before something happens. Is there anything you want to do within that 2 days?
Right before they leave, I'm gonna give Danny the beak. Cause looks like he's eyeing it.
Alright. Go ahead and remove that from your inventory.
I forgot to add it in the
Take
first
feathers
place.
off, I forgot.
Unless it was in your explorer's pack, and then that's gone as well.
Yeah, it was in the loot.
I only had 3 owlbear feathers left. I took 5. Yeah.
I think I would have put the beak, like, or tied it to my waist or something as a trophy, not in
Alright.
my pack.
That's no problem.
I also
I'm gonna
forgot to
cross
mark it
it
down.
off of because it's in the loot, so I went ahead and crossed it off for you.
Awesome, thanks.
Could we keep an eye out for, maybe a little stream or something we could bathe in along the way?
Sure, sure. Unfortunately, you don't come across anything like that. The town is still about 6 days away. It's a small little outpost town. But
Dollee wants to ask Harold a question.
All right, go ahead and RP.
Hi, Dollee.
Hi, Harold. I noticed that you have like really nice smelly things. I was wondering if I could like borrow something because the water is it just didn't work and I still stink.
Yeah, I think that was that cursed place and that the smell it had there.
I don't like the smell of death.
Yeah. By this point, I had already probably used up what I had, so I'll probably try and use my herbalism kit to make a new perfume.
I'm sure you guys find some wildflowers, and the wildflowers that Callista gave you. You can make a little bit of perfume out of all that. It'd take you a while. With a 20, you get quite a bit actually. You work really well on it because you don't like the smell, and you were concentrating a lot. This job had to be done. It must be done.
I must have all of this.
Inspired by stink.
All right.
I'll be sure to get you some as soon as I make it.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet.
All right. You guys travel for about 2 days. There's nothing really happens. And you get to a curve in the road. And let me copy your tokens. Feel free to put your tokens anywhere you want them. I'm sure you guys are not where I put you.
Okay. Are we? Oh, there we go.
Oh.
There it goes.
There we go.
Oh boy.
All right. So up ahead, you see 2 ogres. They are not very happy, but they don't seem to be attacking anybody. Travelers are going back and forth past them. The ogres are stopping them. They have, as you can see, have destroyed a few wagons. I need a perception roll from you guys.
Are there any bodies, or is it just smashed wagons?
That's why I need a perception roll.
All right.
It's perception.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, Callista. Okay. Everybody but Quinn and Dollee. Up ahead, you notice that there is 2 ogres. There is something that was skinned, perhaps a cat, and that cat is over the fire being cooked. There are several wagons that have been destroyed. And Jack has stopped the wagon here. What do you think we should do?
You think they're asking for a toll?
I do not know. Would you guys be so kind as to go up there and find what's going on?
Do you want us to go in hard or soft?
Well, that's 100% up to the way you guys want to handle it, but those look like some big meanies.
Well, it's not my caravan. I mean, what if it goes badly? It could go badly for you as well. So
It could.
Well, let's be careful then.
so diplomacy first.
Yeah, I reckon
Maybe.
that's the best way. Now, if they're demanding a toll, are you interested in paying, Jack?
It depends how much. We did just
If,
kind of lose a lot of gold to that there charlatan.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
We all did.
It doesn't look like there's that they're stealing goods out of those smashed wagons. From where I'm standing, it looks like they're more interested in eating, so they may want foodstuffs.
All right, we have some rations. We have some food to give them if
Yeah,
that's
we
what
have
they
some
want.
pig left.
Quinn, you're standing there, and you're thinking, it's probably not a good idea to box a freaking ogre.
it's not. I've been trying to ask for a weapon. Just in case things go south, do you have any spare weaponry on you? I can use anything.
Doyle looks at you and goes to pull out a dagger.
Here, Quinn, why don't you take my mace? I'm a better shot than I am at close combat anyway.
Oh,
Alright.
I think some of us should stay back with the wagons. So me and Krig will guard the wagons while you guys go on up there.
Is that your Daymor impression?
That's my Daymor impression. Good enough. Run, you fools! I will stay and guard the wagons. You guys go.
None shall pass.
That guy,
You shall not pass.
that guy needs a job as a voice actor. Like
He
seriously.
does. He does a great Gandalf. But you need to flop your beard some when you talk like him, because I'm sure he does. Just flop it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, shall
Who,
we approach
who's-
his...
Yeah, I agree.
So, who's taking the lead on this? I'm thinking.
I'll take the back end.
I've got a little bit of the gift of gab if that's
I
not.
I was.
also.
So do I, but I don't want to get up real close to him, at least not in swiping range.
I can take the lead. That's no problem.
But yeah, like some others here, we're a pretty talkative bunch, I think.
Yeah, my main concern is I would rather make a good first impression and not have to fight things.
I think that is a wondrous idea, and I am behind it.
I agree. I think that should be our intention, and if that is not their desire, then we don't have any control. They choose to.
We're all so smart.
Now, are they, I'm sure, paying attention to us? Did they notice the caravan?
Yeah, they're paying attention to you.
Okay, so there's
It seems like they've been through this before, and they're waiting on you guys to approach.
okay, that's what I thought.
So if you want to roll, I will give you advantage when it comes to that point for the social stuff,
You can also do that.
or vice versa. I the player have no preference.
Yeah, neither do I. So whoever
I
wants to
don't
talk.
either, but I have a +5.
That's what I have. So.
I have a plus. Hang on. Okay, metagaming. Woo! I have a. Okay, we're looking
Chirp, chirp,
for
chirp, chirp.
persuasion. I have a +5 too, and a +5 on my deception also.
Alright, so we're all really good at this.
Yeah, like I said, we're mouthy in this party.
Right.
I bet
well,
Dolly's real good
There's
too.
not one face. There are three of us.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you got a bard too, don't you?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like I said, we're just a mouthy bunch.
I mean, I could talk to them, but you guys are much bigger than me, and I think it's probably best if I stay behind.
I'll back you up
I'll
with,
walk up with you.
Is it control or
Right.
alt?
You guys don't have to do that. Just move your tokens up to where you want them.
So
Oh,
are we
okay.
gonna go weapons drawn or
I'd say no.
sheathed? Okay.
If we're gonna try and look personable, I don't think we want to go out
Right.
holding our weapons and everything. If they
That's
start threatening
my
us,
thought too.
we can always draw. Just, I would keep near to places you can find cover.
Yeah, I want to apologize. Accidentally talking over you a couple times. I think I'm getting a little bit of lag. So when I start talking, there's silence, and then I'm not doing that on purpose.
I'm just an asshole.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
well, carry on.
I've done it a few times. I don't mean to. I think it's just we can't see each other, so
Right.
people just start talking at once. So
All right.
just holler at me if you get annoyed.
The one with the dot at the top is a female.
Can we tell though?
Yeah, they don't have any loincloths on or anything.
Nice.
So when we get up near these wagons, can we tell if they've been stripped of possessions?
They look like they've been smashed.
But the items on them are still on there.
Yeah, there are still some crates and stuff on them. They haven't been looted or nothing. There is blood. There is what looks to be maybe some dead where somebody died, but there's no bodies or anything. There's a lot of blood, though.
Well, they could have eaten them.
And they saved the cat for dessert.
Go ahead and roll me a perception now that you guys are a little closer.
Okay.
All of us, or
Sure.
okay.
All right, Callista and Harold. You guys are the only ones that pass. Looking past them,
Stuff.
What? No, Callista rolled a 10. You mean Harold and...
Harold.
Callista's the only one who didn't.
Oh, Callista didn't get a 24?
24
was last
That was
time.
from the
Last time. Okay, so Harold, you're the only one that noticed. As you look past them, you notice behind them on the campfire, that cat is a tabaxi, skinned and roasting over the campfire.
Okay.
All right then. I'm just gonna file that one away for now.
They're looking at you. Oh! Oh!
Hail, fair ogres. We'd like to pass.
We want TikTok.
What?
Wait, what?
What's the TikTok? You need a Tic Tac? Anybody got them in?
A TikTok or two talk?
We want TikTok back. Give us TikTok back. You have TikTok?
Who is TikTok?
No, we haven't
Could
met
you
TikTok.
describe TikTok to us?
They point at each other.
Look like?
So
Is TikTok one of you?
Yeah. Yeah. We want TikTok back. You seen TikTok?
No, we have not. Where did TikTok go? I'm sorry, Harold. I'll shut up.
so fine, you're fine. Go ahead.
Did you want to add anything, Harold?
I was. Is TikTok like you but smaller?
You know TikTok!
I don't know TikTok, but that was
We
a
can
guess.
We can look for TikTok if and you tell us which way he went.
Your con came, got TikTok! We want TikTok back!
Well, just like you aren't like everyone else, we aren't like everyone else either. We weren't the ones who took TikTok. Where did they go? Maybe we can help you.
Harold, give me a, he's gonna try to grab you. What you gonna do?
Alright, I'm gonna try and nimbly dodge out of the way.
Alright.
That would be acrobatics, right?
Yep.
Oh, fuck me.
No.
Oh no.
That was a 2. I rolled a 2, guys.
All right.
It's catching.
One of the best rolls for the night. Okay.
He bends down and grabs you, picks you up, pulls you right to his face. Where's TikTok? I want TikTok back now. You know TikTok.
As my eyes just start burning from whatever this thing last ate, I go, I don't know. I will help you find him. You just need to know where you last saw him.
He shakes you. Tell me where TikTok is. No more lies. Everybody lies to us. Where's TikTok?
We're not trying to lie to you. We just don't know. Where's
Quinn committed suicide. Quinn's like, screw it. I'm done. Slice his wrist.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what that button did.
You have a mess of folk here offering to help you, but we need information. We don't know TikTok. We are new to the area, but if you tell us what these mean people look like who took your friend, we will help you.
Roll persuasion.
Okay. Where is it?
Advantage.
I can help if
Sure,
you
I
need.
will take advantage.
What are you gonna say to give her an advantage?
What did she say? She could help.
Yeah,
Well, I
that-
mean,
All
I mean,
we need to know
Everybody's
is
been kind of chiming in, so.
yeah. All we need to know is where you saw him last. We'll help. We just helped found a little boy just a little yesterday. We're really good at finding people.
Roll persuasion. Sets Harold down. They talk in Giant. Does anybody know Giant?
I can't remember. I don't think so. I think it's
Craig
Yeah, I
does.
don't have that.
Oh, great. No.
Elvin coming up, Draconic.
Crig would.
Yeah, but he's not here.
Krig's probably off somewhere just shooting the breeze with TikTok.
TikTok was at village.
Which village?
Our village.
Okay. And then what happened?
Your kind come. Smash. Cake.
Cake. Oh, that's not fair. Cake is so sweet. Why would anybody want to smash cake?
We don't know. They smash and take everything.
Oh, smash and take. I thought you said smash cake.
I did too.
They might
Don't smash
have.
the cake.
Okay.
Maybe Cake is another troll.
And it was like it wasn't
Okay.
like
Ogre.
big
It's okay, I
big
speak
guys
crab.
like you. It was like little guys like us.
Yes.
Oh. Well, that's a shame.
Well,
Which
where-
way did they go?
We don't know. That's why we hold up here. Your kind comes by here all time. Now you give us Tic Tac back. We told you.
But they're coming from a long ways away. They aren't the same people. Whereabouts is your village? Now, I understand you do not want to tell us exactly, considering the calamity that has just befallen you. But we do need to get an idea of where to start from.
We told you. Where's Tic Tac? You tell us now.
And we done told you we don't know, but we are offering to help you find him.
All right, getting a little aggressive there. Go ahead and roll me a dex save.
Callista?
Yeah.
Okay.
He picks up this little wagon wheel. I can't move the wagon wheel, but it flies across at you. You move out of the way in time. You give us TikTok back now! We like little TikTok. Give him back!
Well, we like youngins too, and we want to help you. That's all we're trying to do. But we don't know TikTok, so we need to ask questions. So, did you track these folk here, or are you just hanging out here because our kind come through here?
We tracked him here. We lost tracks in the mud.
So, all right. You lost the tracks in the mud?
Yes.
Callista's thinking to herself that isn't mud make it easier to track, but
Their intelligence is very low.
well, they managed to track someone, so no judgment. That's why she's not saying that out loud.
Can you show us where you lost the tracks?
He points down.
Boy.
Were these
Oh
wax
gosh.
part of the folk who took Tic Tac? Now, did they have horses? Were they on foot?
We
Were they
weren't
wearing
there.
armor?
We chased him, but lost him. They were on foot. If we were there when they attacked, they would be dead! Brr!
I believe you. I would be riled up as all get out if someone took my youngin'.
What is youngin?
A child, a small one.
Ah, small one, points to Dollee. Child.
Well,
I'm not a child, okay?
Or
I'm
offspring.
small, but
is Tic Tac a friend, or is Tic Tac offspring of one of y'all's?
You use too many big words! We want Tic Tac now or we smash!
Well, if
look
we're
for-
going to help you find him, you got to let us go so we can look.
we don't know which way to go.
we find Tic Tac, but we must find bad men first.
Well, he's probably with them, so yeah.
You know where bad men are?
No.
No, sir, but we will look for them.
Yes. We look for bad men. Bring
Now,
TikTok back.
now, we didn't run into bad men with TikTok from where we came, so they must be in the direction where we're going. So you'd have to let us go that way in order to, find them. Right? That makes sense to me.
That makes sense to me, too.
You let friends go. We find TikTok. Bring TikTok back.
Hey, we'll even bring back the bad guys so you smash them.
They're
and,
looking
and,
at
and kill bad men. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So, if we're trying to find this, then perhaps the easiest way to do so would be to look for ogre footprints that are smaller than normal.
You've got a point there, Harold. See, that's why you're so smart.
You three can go. Bring back.
3. Who's the 3?
She'll hold up 5 fingers or 6 or however and say, yeah, 3.
He
We can
points.
go.
He points to Dollee, Callista, Harold, Quinn. Oh, and the cleric. You three can go. You three can go.
Me stay.
Okay, well that's nice of you. So we'll head in and find your TikTok.
Is there something we should say to TikTok so TikTok knows we're friends?
Yes. What are your names? And let him know that you sent us.
My name? My name Dandelion. Her name, Boulder Moss.
Boulder wasp.
Moss. Boulder Moss! You don't know. Little child.
I'm
That is
sorry.
a-
I'm sorry.
That
Boulder
is a-
moss. And take not kick. Got it. I don't hear so well. I'm so small.
Just for the heck of it, Quinn is just gonna look down and around the immediate vicinity for smaller ogre tracks.
Roll me a survival.
Oh,
What?
You see nothing.
Finally!
Oh, of course.
Ugh.
You see nothing.
Okay, so we're gonna head this way then.
Should probably let Jack know what we're doing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll go tell him.
Is everybody going back to tell Jack? As
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
yeah, and
Oh, okay.
Assuming
You
it's-
don't
it's,
trust the Dollee.
means-
I got it. Okay.
no, it depends on how the ogres react. If they act, upset if we all leave,
no, they just
then okay. Go back to
Just stay
talking.
here by the stump.
yeah, they're talking to themselves. Quinn, you
Yeah.
staying?
I'll go back a bit, but yeah.
All right.
I don't suppose any of the other guards are better at tracking than we are. Can point us the right way, or know where an ogre village is around here. I mean, if they come through here a lot.
All right, you guys can roll me a. Let's go with the nature, our history.
I'm good at history.
Is that for all of us?
Yeah,
Nature or history?
yeah. This is personal knowledge.
It's the same for both, so I'll go history makes more.
Poor
Jesus
Dolly.
Christ.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not
Whoa,
so
Quinn,
good.
you know
I
everything.
must have fell asleep in that class.
I am
There's the 20.
apparently born in nature.
All right, Quinn. And I'll say Harold. Quinn, you know that they don't. They usually don't have villages.
Alright.
Now you do know that some ogres they do form gangs, and they go around and they smash and take, but they eat just about any humanoid that they come across. They do have very, very short tempers and legendary stupidity. But you don't know how they breed or anything like that. Hell, you don't even know if you ever seen a female ogre or heard about one until today.
I mean, I thought we just got a close and personal lesson in that, but okay.
Yeah. Before today.
Before today. But you never heard of them like being like in a large group unless it was a gang, and maybe sometimes they're with goblins, hobgoblins and stuff like that. Or maybe a hag will enslave them or trick them. But you don't know that they actually live in one place for very long.
TikTok's an odd name.
Well,
Considering their names.
I mean, is it really that odd considering their names are Dandelion and Boulder Moss?
Yeah, which are both natural things, but TikTok sounds like a clock.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Could be a
Hey.
goblin's name.
I'm not gonna judge.
No, I'm just, given what you just told us, I'm just wondering if we're looking for an ogre.
You really don't know what you're looking for. You know it's small. But a lot of things are smaller to them.
It
And
might take.
It could
pointed
even be
at
a
each
clock.
other they pointed at each other when we asked what he looked like.
That is true.
Could be a clock in the shape of an ogre.
I mean, that would be probably the stupidest thing it could be. But I wouldn't put that past them.
Well, anyway, Jack, we're gonna go help them find their friend TikTok.
What? We ain't got time for
Yeah.
this. We already took a day to rescue the people.
I
Well-
understand, but it's either that or get smashed.
I
Well-
don't know if your gut fellas up, if your hired help want to go and fight an ogre, or two.
Or more. They said there was a village near.
Well, I'm also not so certain about the wagon train hanging around near them.
Yeah. Plus, they didn't rob those wagons up there. So, if we can get them to clear off, that's some added profit potentially to this caravan, even if we're a little
there
bit
was-
late.
There was blood. Something died around there.
Well, they were eating a cat. Looked like.
Yeah, it was tabaxi, evidently.
A what?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, that's what it looked like.
Well, that could have been one of the wagon folk.
So you fine folk are just gonna let them murder people on the road and just then help them? I think this calls for y'all cleaning them out of the way.
Oh, so you're volunteering then?
Well, I didn't say that. I did hire some of you to protect the caravan. And now you're trying to abandon the caravan yet again on day.
We're
You
just
left us to make the decision whether or not to fight them or negotiate with them. And we made a decision. It's not our fault that you don't like it, but this is the safest way that we can protect the caravan and your goods, and more importantly, your profits. So let us do the job that you paid us for so that we can move on.
Very well. If you guys believe this is better than just slaughtering those murderers, then go help them. I guess we have no choice but to wait.
You know, Jack, you're such a sweetheart when you want to be.
I tried, darling. But you gotta remember, we're already a day behind schedule because we stopped and wait. Some of my goods are time sensitive on delivery.
This is gonna be the last obstacle before.
When you say that,
Not a character that just guarantees that this is definitely not the last one.
The first of many.
Incest.
Yeah.
5 years later, we make it to a mod.
But we did a lot of good on the way.
you know what? Fuck it. Let's just murder everything on the path. Why not?
Alright. So what are you guys doing now?
Well, why don't we head in a search the direction that the caravan would go, and if nothing else, we can make sure that we won't be running into anything else. If we don't find hide nor hair of this troop of folk, then we will have to address the problem of the ogre some other way. Maybe we can convince them that TikTok is somewhere else and point them in a right direction for us to get by. But we need to make a show of looking.
We should give it our best. But if for some reason can't find this TikTok, or perhaps this TikTok doesn't even exist, it might be better to try and come back at night and try and take them out then.
Well, I just think if TikTok didn't exist, they would have just tried to smush us. That's
Again,
just me. I don't
do
know
we-
anything about ogres, though.
I mean,
Yeah,
the thing
I
is,
was-
this TikTok might be a small ogre or a goblin, or it could be a cookie or a cat. It could be what they're eating right now. I don't know.
Well, then we know where TikTok is at least.
So are we going or are we not going? What are we doing?
We're going, at least for now.
Yeah, like I
think
said,
so.
let's
Let's go.
since we found no trace, let's go in the direction the caravan would head. Caravan may want to back up some and set a good guard just in case they forget.
Mhm.
All right. Well, you guys go and head on out, right?
Huh?
Yep.
I'm sure Krig and Daymor will protect the caravan while we're gone.
Yeah, you also got Bud and Doyle there, and Jack.
Yep.
All right. So,
Oh, Jack.
how are you guys going to go about looking for this?
Have the ogres done anything while they've been talking to Jack at the caravan?
They're just talking in ogre or orc. Ah, Jesus Christ,
Giant.
giant.
When everyone comes closer, I'm gonna. Quinn is going to let them know what he knows about ogres, which is it's very suspicious that they said they were.
Pretty.
It's very suspicious that they said that they were from a village. I've never heard of ogres in a village before. Giants maybe, but not ogres. So we may be looking for a goblin or even a hobgoblin.
Is it standard for them to converse like this? Or are they mainly attack first, talk later, over dinner?
They'll eat anything if they want to, and they're very quick to anger, but they do speak sometimes. They're capable of it, obviously, but it's just that they're so quick to anger. I think if we weren't all gifted with gab, probably would have been attack first, ask questions later.
Callista's gonna make a dandelion chain while we're sitting there talking.
Okay.
Little crown.
So, how are you going to go about tracking this down?
It's a good question. We're all terrible at it.
Well, that's why I suggested we make, since we don't know where we're going, at least let's go the direction the caravan needs to go. And if nothing else, we can scout out possible problems up the road. It's as good a thought as any.
Yeah. If they were chasing people, then they might have set some traps to get the ogres. Do you want to look for traps on the way, and I'll see if I can find any kind of tracks?
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, we should keep an eye out
I can
for
help you with
anything
that.
like that.
All right. What type of tracks are you looking for? Anything?
I'm gonna try for like goblin or hobgoblin tracks, I think, this time.
All right.
Well, people on foot, because we know that this group was on foot that they say they're chasing.
So, any humanoid small feet, or just specifically
Yeah.
goblins and stuff?
Any medium-sized humanoid.
Do you want a hand?
With survival?
Are you proficient in it?
Oh no, Never mind.
Yeah, you can't assist unless you're
None of us are.
Give it a roll.
Okay. Watch it be 5.
Even better.
Oh, it's not.
All right, you come along some trails. There seems to be maybe 5 or 6 people traveling. They look humanoid, but they're on foot. It looks like they were jogging at one point, and then they got here and slowed to a walk.
Would I know if they look fresh?
No.
Okay. Well,
But after looking around and stuff, they do seem to be coming from the direction that the ogres may have been coming from and heading off in the right direction.
I will relay that to the group.
Okay.
That is so impressive. Can you tell me how you do that? Because I get lost all the time.
I gotta go AFK for a sec. I'll be right back.
Honestly, Callista, I think it's my helmet.
Really? Well, hell, because that helmet does nothing for my appearance. I don't think I would want to wear something like that. Well, darn.
Alright, so I want to just keep an eye out on the road for the people that may be camping out. Because it's very well possible that we'll stop to take a rest off the side of the road.
All right, well, as you follow the tracks, if that's what you're doing, you will take a sharp right and go back into the valley.
We're off the road now.
Yes, you're off the road now.
Went off the road.
Off-roading.
You travel for a couple hours, unless you're going to stop or do anything else.
No, just hopefully still following the trail.
All right. You come to a makeshift camp. There seems to be an old campfire spot, some spread out grass that was laid on. You find some open and rotten rations around that looked like they were where they eat and just left the mess there. And then they seem to continue on.
If we investigate this campsite carefully, can we tell the sort of people who were there? Anything, even by the type of food, maybe?
You might be able to. Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Okay, well, let's take
Anybody
a-
want an assist that has proficiency in investigate?
Do I have proficiency in investigation? I do not, so I will not.
All right. No.
You
I
got
told you
a
I
what?
get lost.
You're like, I'm going to investigate the shit out of this camp. I've got this. So you start looking around and you see a pile of dirt and you're like, what is this? You go over there and you lift up the pile of dirt because it looked like it was cut out. And it seems to be a shithole where they shit and buried it. And you're like,
I was checking the scat to see if I could tell what type of creature camped here. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's thorough. Did
that
you
worked.
find anything?
I'm gonna say probably humanoid of a
And you all
medium
believe her,
size.
too.
No. I'm gonna insight check that. Just said you get lost.
Well, I didn't say I can't tell one pile of shit from another.
I believe you completely.
She's like doing that little cat. I meant to do that thing.
all right. So you're going to try to pick the trail up again?
How long did it take us to get here?
About an hour and a half.
No. I don't want to go any further. That's too far away from the caravan. Oh shit. That was not a voice at all. Wow. I think we should turn back. I don't want to leave the caravan, and I don't want to get too far because I don't know what the ogres will do.
So, are we going to try and attack them unawares?
Or see if we can trick them into going after these people.
Maybe we can trick them in going back to their village.
Quinn, you know they're very short-tempered. You guys coming back empty-handed after telling them that you were going to do something would be very bad.
If we can talk to them at all.
Here's the thing, if we are going back without this TikTok fellow, we're doing so fighting.
Should
And-
we try another hour?
At the very least, I'm thinking we should probably at least search till nightfall. And if we can't find it then we should probably take out the ogres then.
Well, maybe not nightfall because we'll want to take them out in the dark. But I agree. I think we should look a little more.
If that's what you all think, then I'll go with you. I'm just worried about the caravan.
Yeah, I am too. But I also think you're right that we will have a fight on our hands if we come back with nothing. And they were out in the open, right? There was no way we could ambush them or anything.
Didn't look like it.
Yeah, that's
Would
what I
take
was
some finesse.
remembered. So can we tell which way these people went?
Survival check.
God. Hey, I did the investigation and I did a real good job, so I think someone else should do the survival.
Well, you can't roll any lower.
Well,
It's only uphill from now.
that was
Right, yeah.
terrible.
I'm closer to the ground. Maybe I can help.
All right.
Try.
Or maybe not.
All right.
We're-
She picks up the trail. You guys head off. She loses the trail. She finds it. She loses it. She finds it. She loses it. She finds it. Oh, and she loses it and finds it again. So
This is so familiar.
Oh wow.
you guys
Or we're
travel.
back at the camp.
You
This
guys
is how tracking goes.
you guys travel for a little bit, and then off in the distance you see several packs just laying in a field.
Well, don't that speak trap all over it?
Packs of what?
Packs.
Maybe our stealthier people should have a look.
Yeah, I reckon so. Whatever cover there is.
I'm gonna also try and sneak up a bit to get a somewhat better look.
All right, so
Yeah, I can try and sneak on up. I don't suppose anyone can help.
nah, this is something you'll want to do by yourself. Some of
Yeah.
them are in armor.
Oh, that is true. Well,
So you stealth into the packs, and Harold, you're stealthing up just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, I'm not going all the way to the packs because I'm afraid there's a trap that I might set off, but I want to get a better look.
Okay, go ahead. She vanishes from your guys' eyes as she moves into the tall grass.
Yeah, like a raptor.
You slither on up into there. You pop your head up, and you're about maybe 5-10 feet away from the packs, and it just looks like packs were set here. There's not signs of anybody or anything.
Not a sign of a fight or anything?
Nope.
Bent grass or... So can I kind of circle around that area and look and kind of looking for any kind of snares or alarms or anything or tracks or...
Roll me an investigation.
Okay.
You find nothing. Doesn't even look like the packs are trapped by anything. They just look like they were set down there in the grass.
So if I listen, do I hear any noise or anything?
Just a slight breeze in the air.
This is creepy as all get out.
Being this close to the grass, though, it smells a lot better when you're down here next to the flowers.
These are just regular dandelions, right?
Yep.
Okay. Not like Wizard of Oz go to sleep flowers.
No, but anything smells better than what you guys are wearing right now.
Well, she'll come on back and report what she found. Now, did those packs look like they were full?
They just look like regular exploration packs. Maybe a dungeon pack there. You don't know because you didn't look inside of them.
No, I don't want to because that makes me right nervous. Who goes and leaves their packs around? And I didn't see any tracks, right?
You didn't look for tracks. You looked for traps. Traps, right?
Well, while she's there, could she roll her pitiful survival and see if she finds any tracks?
Sure.
Okay, that's more like it.
You find some, but they move up further, and you lost it in the grass. They go north, you know that much.
Okay, well, now she'll come on back. Y'all, it just makes me nervous. I mean, who leaves their packs lying around? I'm not very good at tracking things. I think I found something going north, but for all I know, I could have found trace of my own self. I mean, it didn't look like a campsite or messed up or anything like that. And I didn't go on up to it because, like I said, it just don't smell right to me.
Well, we all don't smell right.
No, I mean, it don't feel right. It feels like, like a lure.
So, we come back to the question of what we want to do here. We want to pursue this further, or are we going back and fighting?
Well, we can go examine those, but I don't want to do it when I'm the only one up there.
Well, maybe we could all go up and then examine them as a group. See if that attracts any attention.
Yeah, because it just seems to me just such an odd thing. I mean, who leaves their packs lying around like that?
Okay, well, if you've said there aren't any traps, it shouldn't be too dangerous, right?
Well, unless someone's watching, about to fall down on us, maybe there's something once we get up there. I did not go all the way up to them. Now, I am willing to go look, but I would prefer y'all a little bit closer before I do.
Well, let's move up and take a look at them then.
All right. And like I said, I will go up and continue to examine them if y'all want to hang back a little bit. I just want you...
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said, yeah, I just want everyone to might near in case something does attack or jumps out at me. So I'm not the only one up there, but if y'all want to hang back a little bit, I will go up and try and see what I can find from the packs proper, knowing y'all's a mite closer.
All right, so
Very quiet, but I'll go.
Well, I reckon they probably seen us by now.
all right, so you head to the packs, Everybody stays back, but Callista goes in towards the packs.
Yeah, I mean, can she still stealth? I mean, they may or may not have seen us, but it'll make her feel better.
Go for it. You
Well,
believe
like
your
I said, they already found us.
you believe your stealth.
I am so stealthy. So she's going to get up closer and examine again for more traps, and also looking for any signs of fight or...
Alright. The bags, they just look like they were set down. Nothing out of the ordinary. Doesn't seem like they were trapped or booby-trapped or anything. It just looks like they were placed here.
Can she make an investigation roll?
Yeah, you already did. There's no traps. You critted.
Okay.
Yeah, but can I super crit?
Can I roll 50 or higher?
Well, if she very carefully examines one of these packs, can she see if there's anything inside it?
Yeah, if you want to open the packs, you sure can.
Yeah, and her investigation still holds on an individual pack?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then she will do that.
Alright, you find 1 burglar's pack and 2 dungeoneer packs.
So it's just basic equipment.
No.
Ah, okay.
As you open them, one of them one of them has an odd-shaped jar in it with a bunch of corks in the sides.
I'm sorry, a bunch of what?
Corks. So it's got a bunch of different openings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an odd-looking jar. One of them has a, I would say about a. I'm trying to. It's probably about a 2 foot by 2 foot mirror. One of them has a set of bagpipes, a dice gaming set, and some lockpicks. And cooking utensils. And that's all the odd stuff out of it.
Well, she'll motion the others on up, show them what she found. Okay, being a charlatan, dice look normal?
Yes, the dice look normal.
Okay, they're not weighted or anything.
Yeah, not that you can tell.
I pull out the bagpipes and say, "Hey, Dollee, this would probably be perfect for you."
I know my way around bagpipes.
I'll stir the
Sheila.
bagpipes.
If no one has any objections, I could always use more lockpicks.
I have no objection.
Are you gonna look for more traps? Or tracks?
I think we should search for traps while we're here.
No, there's no traps. Her nat crit would have found them.
I'm just being funny.
Wait, let me double check.
Footprints again?
Now, what are you taking and what are you leaving? Are you taking everything or leaving everything?
Well, I figure we may as well take it now. Is the mirror all wrapped up so it's not going to break? Is it a glass mirror, a silver mirror? What's it?
It is a glass mirror and it is wrapped up so it doesn't break.
Well, I reckon we should take that and this.
It's got
weird
nice
jar
fur
thing.
wrapped around it so it keeps it from breaking and cushions
Is
it a
there
little bit.
Is there anything inside the jar?
Are you gonna pop one of the corks and look?
No, I mean, is it see-through?
No, it's a pot It's like a giant jug, like a
okay.
moonshine jug.
Okay.
It's just got a bunch of different corks on the sides and one on the top.
I think I will take the cooking set unless someone else knows how to cook.
You know how to cook?
I mean, I can try my best. I learned a bit when I was in the monastery, but
No, I am impressed. She's really glad she gave you that posy earlier since you can cook some.
Now, Callista, do you need anything out of the burglar's pack?
No, that's what she had. I mean, she could always use an extra set of dice too. I mean, just because she gets bored.
Yeah, but you did use some of your ball bearings and some of your...
Oh well, yeah. That's true.
Just take all of the ball bearings.
Yeah,
All 1,000.
sure. Why not? She'll take all the. She'll replenish her ball bearings and stuff.
It's always
like
good to
that.
maybe take an extra pack, because you never know when some dwarf is
Yeah,
going to rob
I
you of
mean,
them.
I mean, I see no reason why not just keep these back with us.
I'm just gonna. Quinn is just gonna take just the entirety of one of the dungeoneering packs.
Okay. Just throw it over her shoulder, or his shoulder?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, which pack is which thing? Was which thing in?
The burglar pack had the mirror. One of the dungeoneerings had the dice, and the other one had the jug.
Okay,
Which
well,
one
I'm,
had the
I'll
bag?
take the other dungeoneering pack if it's. If
well,
there's
yeah,
one playing.
yeah, and
Just
I'll,
to
I'll take the
carry it.
burglar pack.
All right, so you're
Pack.
taking everything. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll figure this out later. Hopefully, Daymor will be kind and see if there's anything odd about this. And who knows, maybe one of these things is TikTok. If I say TikTok, does anything like pop out and go, "Hi, I'm TikTok"?
Nope.
TikTok is actually a mimic in the shape of a backpack. Ow.
No. All right.
no, wait, I just had an idea.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Now, we know that these ogres are pretty dumb, right?
Mhm.
What if we were to take that mirror and tie it to a log? We then show them that. They'll look in the mirror, see themselves, and go, "Oh, that's TikTok."
What if TikTok was always the mirror? What if that actually is him?
What if the mirror is something else?
Oh, that could be.
What if they run at the mirror to hug TikTok and they break the mirror and then they think that we somehow killed TikTok?
Then we would need to fight
We
them.
run. We run. Or
Not
something.
that I'm a pessimistic sort much.
Well, we'll just say that that's a backup plan in case things don't
sure.
work out.
That
What time of day is it?
It's probably mid-afternoon.
Oh, Jesus.
did anyone want to see if they saw any more tracks? I mean, I found something that I thought went north, but like I
I can
said,
try.
it might have been myself. I am not sure.
You want me to try?
Give it a go.
Yes, there are tracks leading north. Do you follow?
Yes.
All right, as you follow, you guys are moving along nicely when up ahead you see a hill. On top of the hill you see a mighty tree. Bushes surround it clockwise in a circle, perfectly designed. You can almost make out shapes on top of the hill. As you go closer, you notice that there's a grave and 3 dead bodies next to it. Let me grab your tokens.
Well, that isn't great.
That is That is not a sight that inspires confidence, I will say.
Um,
That looks a
Seems
little creepy.
Great. Great. I'm excited about this plan.
this is more suspicious than the backpacks.
Are we sure we don't want to try the mirror and log plan?
Yeah, well, there's a log right over there.
I don't hold with messing with no dead folk.
Sort of part of the stock and trade for me, unfortunately.
You can free roam.
Where are our bodies? I guess I should.
Where
I should
are
not
our
say
bodies?
Let me rephrase.
Listen, I was only dead for a second, okay?
We'll all be bodies soon. We'll. So what is this?
It's a hill. It's just where the light, its settings.
I thought that was a ditch.
No, if you notice,
okay.
the back side is light and the front side is dark. That's where the light's being blocked by the hill.
Okay,
I
that
gotcha.
makes sense.
Yeah, it's just a hill that goes up to the top.
This is suspiciously circular like that, or is that just the?
Is that just the texture that you used, or is it actually a perfect circle?
It is actually a perfect circle
So
with
it's very
bushes.
much like a.
with bushes
sundial.
around.
Or it could be a burial mound.
Yeah, I reckon.
It is difficult terrain to climb the hill on the sides, though. But it is climbable.
Okay, well, I'll do my best. Do I need to roll anything?
No.
Okay.
Can we tell from a distance what may have killed these folk?
You'll have to get up and investigate. You can't really look.
I'm gonna look for any marker around grave to tell who this is supposed to be.
There is a tombstone, but you're pretty far away from it.
Okay, where is it?
Right underneath the tree.
Now, this grave, was this dug up, or is this like a? I can't think of the word.
It looks like these three individuals were going to a great deal to dig this up when something bad
Okay.
happened to them.
Okay, so they were desecrating the grave.
Alright, from there, can I see the name?
Yes. It says, the mighty druid Damagon lays here. Thank you for all that you have done. You will be missed, but we know your body must return to the earth.
Alright, what was the name one more time?
Demogorn?
So, religion or history, maybe, to recognize that person, or
Sure. The date on it reads 216.
and the current year is.
The current year is not 216.
Like
Whoa.
600 years past.
Oh, I should know what the current year is because I had to ask you.
I was waiting for you to pipe up and tune in, but if you need me to tell you, I'll tell you.
Well,
No, here, let me look because I dated the letter.
612.
It is 812. So it's
Can
been
you
about
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because I said it 3 times.
Sorry.
I
didn't
did not
that.
hear you.
Yeah, it is 812 right now.
I don't recognize the name from my studies. Someone else might.
And no one here's a druid, so. Alright, so.
I can see if it recalls any of my stories.
Sure.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
No, sorry,
No.
not really.
I don't suppose anything in Callista's upbringing would have helped.
You can certainly try.
So that would be a history.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
No, nothing.
Well, I never was that good at school.
All right, there is a grave unopened in the bottom. There are 3 figures laying around it.
I get the distinct impression that we should probably not touch this grave.
The grave robbers, I think, are fair game, though.
Yeah, we should probably work on figuring out what happened to them if anyone is good at that.
Is there
I could
I
could
would
give
think-
some medicine a shot.
I will
Elle,
help
you
you
good
with
with
that.
that?
Yeah, I'm okay with the medicine roll.
Quinn will help you.
Or okay. Can I accept aid if I am not proficient?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm proficient in it.
Okay. I just have a pretty hefty bonus to it because it's wisdom. That's not bad.
They were bludgeoned to death.
Whoa. So
There seems to be small cuts, but most of the damage seems to be from bludgeoning.
yep, they were beaten to death by something. About how big was the object?
Pretty freaking big.
So
Could be
maybe
the ogres. It looks like the ogres could do this, or it could be something totally different.
my first instinct, it being the grave of a druid, was like an earth elemental.
Could be. Could be.
Nah, you died.
Oh well.
Yeah, we started new characters now.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we got beaten to death by earth elementals. It was awful.
Oh, kind of. So, I leave for a few seconds and I come back and you're all stoned. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. It was literally puff puff pass. You're gone.
Well, do
Well,
you
that
think
was a
we
dirty
should...
thing to do while I was away. Did anyone notice what looked like killed these folk?
It looks like they were beaten to death with a blunt instrument, a rather large one.
Oh,
Well, I guess I will look around, I guess, for tracks that maybe lead away from the bodies.
I wonder if we should fill that grave back in.
Go ahead and roll me a investigation. I mean, sorry,
I like
survival.
that idea.
Okay.
You don't find anything. Sorry, Earl.
First
Yeah.
level.
I like Callista's idea. Is there any large displaced amounts of dirt?
Yeah, the dirt's all around the grave and stuff. I can only do so much with the maps, man. But yeah, the grave, they dug the grave up. You can tell that they dug the grave up.
Does anyone
Yeah.
want to help me make sure these people aren't in the grave before I start filling it back up?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
let's drag the bodies off of the circle and search for clues. I mean, loot the bodies.
Search
You're
for
a man after
clues.
my own heart.
Oh yeah, I can totally help. I'm like really strong in stuff.
All right, their weapon and armors is damaged beyond recognition. It cannot be used. You do
Not even
find,
for scrap, like
yeah, you can take it for scrap, but it won't be any good for actual equipment.
sure. Like
Um,
we wanted to sell the iron or something.
Possibly, you might be able to get something out of it. They do it will take you time to take the armor and stuff off the dead body, but it's three leather armor. It is blood soaked and battered, along with their weapons. Some of them are bent, some of them are just warped a little bit. You do find about altogether, you find maybe 34 gold, 26 platinum, and 114 copper.
That's worth taking.
Yep. Were these folk, were they human or?
Yes. Most 2 humans and 1 elf.
All right.
Am I still taking that money, or is somebody else handling that now?
Well, Quinn, do you promise not to talk to any more dwarves? I'm just teasing you. I trust
I
you with it.
solemnly swear to
You're up to no good.
to not threaten any more suspicious magical dwarves.
But if we do see that one dwarf again,
We're
we
gonna
are
beat the
kicking his
crap
back.
out of him.
He's dead.
Well-
I'm of a mind that if we can't trust a knight with our gold, we can't trust anybody with it. So
I would agree, and I'm inclined to trust Quinn.
Are you guys going to look in the casket?
No, I reckon
I'm not doing that.
might be what done killed these folk here.
I'm suggesting to everybody that we do not desecrate the grave of this person.
Yeah, that is why Callista suggested maybe we bury him. Maybe old Demogorgon will appreciate that.
I am in complete agreement that we should not desecrate a grave more than it already has been.
You also do find a silver torc, Torc. It's in the it's a necklace in the shape of a horseshoe. It is silver around the elf's wrist.
Nice.
Very nice.
I want to investigate the grave without touching it, though.
It's in the ground, and it's about, you want to say about 22 feet deep.
Is it stone or like a lead coffin, or what's this?
It is a stone coffin.
Does it look like it's already open?
No.
Okay,
So it's not sealed, or it's not unsealed, rather.
Does it have any writing on it?
It's too far away to really look. You can climb down there. The seal does look like it was broken at one point, and the lid's been put back.
So this looks like a giant clock, right?
Somewhat.
This tree here.
Oh no.
No, I'm just kind of looking at this layout. And this is a really big tree. I mean, any idea what kind it is, or
Giant oak tree.
giant oak tree? Well, it sounds very druidical to me.
I mean, there's
And I
not
wonder
enough
what
bushes
this-
to make the hands, but
Yeah, I know, but it's like I said, it kind of reminds me of a
sundial?
yeah, the sundial.
Yeah.
I just don't know. And I reckon the tree, although it's not quite in the center, I can't rightly recall how a sundial is set up, would probably be the one to fall in shadow. I mean, to cast the shadow.
It's a shame that our wizard friend couldn't be here.
Yeah, I reckon he would find this right fascinating.
Yeah, this is just not in my wheelhouse. I'm sorry. There's a
That
story here, I just don't know what it is.
makes... Quinn is gonna go down and not touch it, but
All right,
investigate.
I reckon I will back up some.
Not touch it, but investigate the
Alright.
sarcophagus.
Move on, Quinn, down.
Bad.
Move your tokens to where you need them.
Hide.
Yeah, I'll be over here.
All right.
Part of valor.
Go down the hill. That was.
Hey,
quite fun.
Is
Quinn's
every
our boy.
Yeah,
We
I
like
totally
Quinn, but
tumbled down the hill.
Quinn has our
I don't
money.
even know
We
what's
don't
going
want to go too far from
Oh, hey, do you want me to hold that pack for you while you're
All right. Is everybody's token where they want them?
Yup.
Yeah.
Azarious, did you really move all that way?
Yeah.
He's loving the map.
Yep. I'm not.
Oh,
I don't. I don't. It's not a horrible idea, but I don't want to risk it.
So,
Oh, why
question,
did that
can you
pop
guys
up?
catch me
Why
up?
is
What
that there?
Oh, I guess I know what to do with this.
Okay, Quinn. What do you do?
You sacrificed Quinn to the almighty tree. Just joking.
All right, you slide down there. It'll be very difficult to climb out without a rope or anything, so one of them's going to have to come help you get out.
Does the Dungeoneers pack have like one of the pittons or something?
It has rope, but that's about it. It doesn't have a grappling
down
hook.
there now. We're not coming back up. No. Shit.
I just want to see if there's any writing on it or anything without touching it.
There is writing on it.
Can I read it?
You cannot read it.
Damn it. Does it look like... Can I recognize what language it is?
Let me double check. What languages do you know?
Just Common and Infernal.
No, you have not a fucking clue what this language would be. It's on the opposite end of the spectrum. Sorry.
Alright, I give up and attempt to climb back up.
All right, roll me an athletics at disadvantage.
Okay.
You get a little ways up and you slide back down.
Well,
The
yeah.
dirt seems very nutrient, so therefore it's soft dirt.
I shout over to Quinn. Hey, do you need any help over there?
Yeah, I need help getting out. There's some kind of language on here, though. If anybody
Yeah.
wants to read it.
Well,
Oh,
I have a rope and a grappling hook. We could probably.
I also have a rope, so I take that out and give Quinn a hand with getting back up.
Yeah. Come on out, Quinn. Can we happen to see any of the writing on there?
Nah, you're quite a ways away,
No.
and it's
That's
a
like
little
20 feet down.
yeah, and it's
Oh,
a little
yeah,
darker.
That's right. I forgot.
You can go down there and try to read it.
No, I ain't that curious. Well, I am, but I
These
don't
guys
wanna
were
be smushed
they,
by
these guys
whatever
thought
smushed
something
us
value
up.
was in there.
Yeah, well, look what happened to them. This was a powerful druid, apparently. Might have, I imagine, has some protections. For all we know, this tree could come to life and smack us all around.
Could be.
Oh!
Oh, that's a good question. Is there like blood in the tree? If I look up into the branches?
You'll have to move closer than what you are to investigate.
I talked nice to the tree earlier, though.
I'll do that.
Roll investigation. There does seem to be bloodstains on the tree.
It's definitely the tree. The tree killed them. Look up there. See, that's a bit that gray spot is brain.
Oh.
Is Quinn out
You
of the
mean
hole enough
what
to
they
see
had
that?
none of by messing with this thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that they tried to pull out the grave, and that's when the tree attacked. If I had to guess.
Yeah, you're out of the grave now. You can move your token off to the left or right.
Either that or it comes alive at a certain time of day.
I say we bury.
Dollee, this would make a great story.
Oh, believe me, I have already figured it out.
Yeah, I think we should bury Mr. Demogorn back and make his graveside all purty and
Mhm.
respectful.
Yeah, so we're burying this, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Keeping an eye on the tree as we do so.
All right.
So is it safe to come back up on the hill?
So far,
I mean, relatively.
it might be waiting for us all to get up here so it can eat us. I mean, you never know.
Well, then I'll just stay down here, and then you can just finish that up, and I'll just wait for you down here.
That's
But how
fine.
can you describe everything right for your story if you don't come up and look?
Oh, I am so awesome at coming up with stories, so it doesn't even matter if I've seen it or not.
I'll just make some shit up. It's fine.
Yeah, nobody's gonna know anybody anyway except for us, and hey, you guys are gonna be famous no matter what I say, so it's alright.
All right. So you guys are gonna take time to bury it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You
I
do
hope it's
so.
not TikTok in there.
Could be. And it takes you. There's 4 of you, so it takes you probably about 2 hours. The sun is setting. It's almost dark. And you're at least, with all the mist rolls, you're probably at least about another hour, hour and a half away from the caravan.
So,
Hell.
If you decide to go back. But this is where the trail ended.
so here's our options. We can randomly shout TikTok, and maybe that will do something. We can try the mirror and log idea.
What'd you do with the 3 bodies?
We
So
just
far,
drug
just
them
drag
off the
them
hill.
the side.
Okay, you just drug them off the hill.
I suppose if we were nice, we could cover them up too, but I don't think they should share the grave with Master Demogorn.
Well, I thought you did say you were going to take some back.
Can we just pile them up and burn them?
You can.
I'd like to do that.
And a
But I
very
don't have anything to burn them
respectful, not catching anything else on fire.
Where would you
way.
like to bury them? Or burn them?
Out in the open, away from any trees.
Out over- Yeah, like where we see mostly dirt and stuff.
Yeah, see if we can make like a ring around them, like a fireplace pit, so they don't spread easily.
All right.
So we can try the mirror and log idea.
Mirror
Maybe
and
that
log
will work.
idea.
Or we can just try and attack them in the middle of the night. Hope for the best.
Or we can try all 3. We can yell TikTok first. That doesn't work. We can head back with the mirror. If that doesn't work, then we attack.
That sounds like a plan.
It was Harold's plan. Just all together.
Yeah, still not sure about the mirror because that's such an odd thing to carry around, but yeah,
the
if
mirror
nothing
is
else,
technically smaller than them.
Yeah.
And would
mirror, it was-
definitely
it
look
was-
like them.
2 foot by 2 foot, wasn't it? It was big.
Well, not to them.
Oh,
What is
to
that?
the ogres, no.
What is that?
I mean, actually, it's smaller than me.
Oh, that's the fire.
What I'm saying is that that's a very sizable mirror, and it might be something other than just a mirror.
Well, do you want me to see if it's magical?
Oh, you can do that? Well, Sure, you might check
Yeah.
out this other stuff we found, including the torque and the jar and even the bagpipe. Yeah.
Well, it would take me a while to um get it ready. I think.
I didn't realize that she knew how to do that. I don't suppose while we were messing with the grave, she could have been doing that.
I could have if I thought of it,
But you just thought of it.
but I just thought
Oh,
of it.
it was worth asking.
So
All right, so you would like to ritually cast
detect magic.
detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
you know, all the stuff we found in the packs and this torque and everything.
all
I
right.
think.
30-foot radius. What is magical?
The grave.
So move your token to where you want to go.
Okay, who has the mirror?
I think Callista, that was in the burglar's pack, so she would have that. But yeah, why don't we just take all that stuff out? And
Are you going to move up to the top of the hill or stay where you're at?
Well, I'm gonna.
Let's all move off the hill.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think we're pretty well satisfied that the hill has magic in it, even if we don't understand its
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah. So maybe if you set the mirror like farther away from the hill, maybe that would help me figure it out to keep it separate.
All
from
right.
The druid thing.
Well, so let's set the mirror and the bagpipes and the jar and
The
well,
bagpipes are not magical.
Pork.
The mirror
Okay.
is not magical. The jug is magical.
Really?
Underneath
Check.
the ground is magical.
Yeah,
Where
that
the
makes
box
sense.
was?
The
Where
3 bushes are magical.
What?
The bushes are magical.
Which 3?
The 3
The ones with-
within her yellow circle.
Circle.
I
I don't
see the
see a
circle.
yellow circle.
Yeah, neither do
Okay,
I.
so this. Do you
I'm
see this?
imagining these 3
Yep.
here.
All right, this,
Mm-hmm.
this, and this all come up magical, along with something underneath here,
Uh-huh.
and the jug all come up magical,
I bet all these bushes are. I think this whole site is magical.
along with the necklace.
Necklace.
So the torque and the jug
the
are magical.
torque. So that horseshoe is sparkling, and that jug is sparkling, and well, we assumed that the grave would be magical. It's sparkling. But the mirror, it's just a mirror.
Oh yeah. What
Okay.
about this? And I showed the cookware set.
Non-magical.
The dice and all that. Yeah, I figured
Nothing's
that's-
magical. The only thing really magical is the jug that you guys have.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
the jug. So there's something inside that jug that's magical. So you were right to think to show it to Daymor. Maybe he knows more about it.
Yeah, or else the jug itself. I mean, we've already seen one bag that's strange, but I reckon this entire site is magical, and that's what killed these other folk.
Yeah. There's a
Yep.
reason why a 600-year-old tomb has not been raided until now, so close to the open road.
Well, I guess we'll just start shouting TikTok, right?
Yeah.
TikTok
Alright.
out here.
TikTok,
Nothing.
TikTok,
Nothing.
TikTok.
All right. I would
He's in
say
the
we
coffin
probably-
going, I'm here.
You buried me alive.
We might have. We don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't taking that chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep well in the possibility that we might have done that.
The necklace does need a tuning.
Well, we need to figure out what it is first, though. So
I think we should head back to the caravan now for sure.
I think so too.
Yeah. What's it gonna take to affix that mirror to the log?
Some ingenuity. I mean, you could probably
Rope?
use the rope and
I got
not
some
the
rope.
whole log, but maybe a piece of the log would be able to.
We
Okay.
might be able to find something closer so we don't have to drag that log the whole way with us. And for
I
all
mean,
we
we
know,
do
that
need
log
to-
is part of this.
Right. Well, we'll just find another log
Could be
that will work.
could be like the log lady from Twin Peaks.
All right, you guys travel back. Anything
Also-
you guys want to do on the way back?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, keep looking for other clues or tracks or.
why did they leave all their stuff before going there? Assuming now there were how many packs?
3.
3, and the 3 did. Why'd they leave their packs behind?
Maybe they just thought they didn't have room to carry them.
Huh.
Or there was a 4th person with them.
Yeah, but even then, why leave the packs?
Well, we didn't find any food in the packs, right?
Yeah, you did find some rations.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
The packs were full of normal stuff and some rations. Sorry, if I didn't make that clear.
Well, I was AFK. You guys had already found the packs whenever I came back. So I didn't know.
Well, and they left coin behind, and that.
They left coin on their
Oh.
bodies.
Right, yeah. I realized that as soon as I said it.
I mean, technically, they left it behind.
But they left that jug, which was magical. They left their bagpipes. I wonder if one of them was a bard.
Poor bud. That's a horrible way to go.
I guess that's what you get when you start messing around with graves.
Yeah,
The
let's
more
make
you
a
know.
pact. Let's not dig up graves going forward, so we don't end up like them.
What if they're evil graves? Is that okay?
I don't know. That might be worse, wouldn't it?
Could be. I'm just trying to find out where the line is.
So,
So,
who's going to try
can
and
we come up
convince-
behind these trees, or do
Yeah,
we want to set up your mirror before we get up here?
yeah, that's what I was saying. We'll set up the mirror and decide who's going to.
Yeah, I thought you
try
set
and
it up on
pass
the
it
way.
off. Yeah,
Yeah, on the way we found a log and we tied the mirror.
I could try.
so
We're like
I
awesome
mean, I don't
at
look
disguise.
like the rest of the
Right.
groups. They may find my appearance more acceptable.
yeah, I'm just concerned about them believing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the plan?
Alright, I think what we should try doing is one of us is going to try and convince them that that thing is TikTok. The rest of us will hide in some bushes or something, and if things go wrong, we jump out and attack.
All right. Let's roll.
Hey, if we convince them that TikTok's trapped in the mirror, we can send them after that dwarf.
Oh, that is such an awesome idea. We
Well,
can
couldn't
say
happen
that
to
the
a nicer
wizard
fella.
has trapped
I
them
like
in
the way you
there.
think.
Yeah. You're pretty cool, Callista.
Well, I think y'all are pretty cool yourselves.
I have no idea what that roll would be, so I'm guessing maybe performance or deception.
I was thinking deception, but
To tie the mirror to the log and make sure you don't break it.
oh,
You could do sleight of hand.
Probably
Craft-
just sleight of
craft
hand
log.
or crafts or dexterity.
That's why I was thinking performance.
Performance is charisma.
So maybe just an unskilled dexterity check.
Sure, that works for me.
All right.
The things players come up with.
I can. Oh well, you don't need my help.
The mirror did not break.
I was going to offer to help you, but you don't need it done. So.
All right, move your tokens to where you're going to attempt this, just in case things go bad.
So I reckon I want to be back this way. And can I stealth when I'm out of sight, or?
You can stealth anytime you want. But if, like,
Oh.
the monk walks up to you with a torch, I mean, it doesn't matter how high your stealth is.
Well, I will go ahead and try and stealth.
Quinn
I believe I'm.
You believe you are stealth.
Quinn is going to take the mirror
Maybe
and
roll
be
that
the
again.
one to bring it to the ogres.
Or are we
There we
helping
go.
each other? Did someone help me too?
I will help Quinn. I'm pretty good at talking. You already know I came up with an awesome story about the Cree.
Yeah, you did.
I
All right.
think I'm
Too
really
bad
gonna
you
need
didn't
your
see
help
it
with
for.
this.
I can't rightly think how to say the word, so never mind. Pretend I didn't say nothing.
So I'm right beside you, Quinn. I ain't gonna be like too far ahead of ya, 'cause you're the one with all the metal and stuff.
I think I've got that part handled. Let's go.
All right.
So you move up closer?
Yeah, tell him we got killed off by something.
All right. Is that as far as you're getting?
Yup.
Give me your describe to me this scene of the reveal of the mirror and your story.
Oh. Boulder Moss, Dandelion. I'm so glad we found you. There was this evil dwarf, and he just... As soon as we found TikTok, he cast some sort of spell and trapped him in this mirror.
You show him the mirror.
Yeah.
The female charges. Snatches the mirror up. Tick-tock! Tick-tock! And then you hear as her finger touches it, tick-tock. Tick-tock. It's the sound her finger makes when it touches the glass. We miss you, Tick-tock! We miss you long! Oh, Tick-tock, long time no see. She
It's so weird.
turns and shows the giant orc. TikTok! Oh, you found TikTok! Oh, you great good girl!
Let's
Oh,
get out of here while we still can.
Yeah.
We're so happy that we were able to reunite ya. We're gonna be on our way, okay?
TikTok! We go home now. TikTok! Yeah!
Okay, so let's.
All right, that is where we'll end tonight. I did not expect you guys to figure out it was the mirror.
Out of Harold, that was a terrific
But
idea.
we didn't figure out the mirror. We just bullshitted it.
I did not think that
That's
was.
the best part.
All right,
was
We,
sure that
we
was gonna
leave
get us
with great
killed.
rapidity.
so the
Did
ogres
we check
will,
the cards first, though?
yeah,
Well, yeah. Can we search the carts?
um,
Yeah.
yeah, you guys will find some supplies. Nothing that you guys can use, but you guys can sell later on to a major city that you come to, and they're just goods.
Just like trade goods.
Oh,
Yep, trade goods.
Oh, wait. I bought soap. I especially bought soap.
But you
So
have
I
no
don't know when I
water.
wash up. As Is there water in these wagons?
Not in any of these wagons. In the ones you have, yeah, but that's what you use to make sure that the horses can drink.
Okay, I'll sink a little while longer. Hopefully some of it wore off some.
You guys avoided everything major I had planned. You didn't fight the ogres. You didn't fight the trees.
Oh, we are clearly a thinking, talking party. I
You
guess.
are, and it is awesome. I hope you guys had fun and everything.
Yeah, I did. Callista is definitely gonna try and find out more about this druid, just because it's I mean, there's got to be some story to go with that. He thinks that
perhaps.
I want to know the
interesting.
answer to that too.
Yeah, it's just really interesting.
The mystery of it is.
Yeah, maybe Daymor can identify this magical stuff for us when he's next with us.
Could be. I hope you all had fun.
Yeah, we did.
So I bet there was a mirror like in the caravan.
I could not believe you guys figured out the mirror, though. I was like, even though you guys were joking around, Adam basically pinpointed as soon as the mirror. I was like, I thought I made this really good, and he got it right away.
So
I was afraid it was
I had no idea.
mirror of stealing people away or something, you know. So I was
So-
worried about it.
So I had no idea that the mirror was what they were after. All I did was like, you know what? I bet ogres are dumb enough that if we just show them a mirror, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's TikTok. Looks just like me."
Yeah, I figured that was going to be the giveaway, is when you said, what does it look like? And they pointed at each other.
Yeah.
I
But
just
smaller.
thought ogres were stupid, and they're saying it looks like one of us, so I didn't get that at all.
Yeah, I thought it was a small one of them, but then it's like, well, that would look like a small one of them, I guess.
Awesome.